What's up, gamers? Welcome to Heads Up Display. Today we're going to be talking about The Last of Us Left Behind DLC. Before we get started, let's get to see who's on the panel. I'm Carmen Askernes.
Kyle.
I'm Robin.
All right, guys. So one of the main focus of this DLC is the characters. How do you guys think they did about developing the characters in this game?
It gave more insight into why Ellie's the way she is, and I thought they did a really good job of making me care about this new Riley character in less than an hour than I was expecting. I don't think that's a real sentence, but...
No, yeah, I know what you mean, though. What about you?
I thought it was really interesting how well they played off that dynamic, because you and I read the comics, the little prequel 4 series of the comics based off of Last of Us. And basically the comics show them trying to find the Fireflies together, and then Riley running off and trying to find them on her own. And so the events begin with Riley finally coming back, faking like she's biting Ellie, and there's this whole reunion, and it was really moving. Like, you know, they're running through an abandoned mall, screwing around like you would do, raiding Halloween stores, putting on masks, and just messing around like you would do if this wasn't a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
The whole thing to me seemed real. I thought the atmosphere from the first game carried over really well. It didn't feel like plugged-in DLC. It was really, really well thought out. And when I was walking around the mall, and whenever I'd hear noises, I'd turn and I'd look with the character, and I really put myself into the character like I did with the main game. So
I think they did a good job, like you mentioned, the American Dream comic, of kind of bringing that back up again and adding closure to that. Because when I read it, I was kind of disappointed in the end. I was like, oh, that's it. But this game, well, DLC, really developed the characters more and made you feel attached to them. And after reading the comic, I had a better sense of who they were, and I feel like this brought the whole story full circle. Another thing, like you guys were talking about, is walking around the mall. Like, I thought it was really cool how it took a moment and just kind of detached itself away from all the combat, which is really cool. Like, the combat's awesome, but just to be able to like play around the Halloween store and like get on the merry-go-round and all that fun stuff was a nice, just I guess, escape from all the chaos of the combat and the depressing story.
it reminded me a lot of the way they stylized BioShock 1, where everything's just completely gone to hell, but it still seemed pretty. It was just a really good mix of this is really fun and happy, but really sad at the same time.
Yeah. That definitely hits you in the feels. It doesn't like lack for hitting you in the feels. There's a lot of that.
The story kind of develops unexpectedly.
Yes.
I believe that's all we can really say about the story.
Yeah. We don't want to spoil anything. But what did you guys think about the gameplay?
The gameplay, there's a new mechanic where you get to these little areas where you can make some noise and watch the cordyceps fight the soldiers, and it's always a gamble on who wins. The AI was kind of shaky there. Sometimes there was a really big lull in action, and you had to kind of stand around for a while. But other than that, the gameplay wasn't changed. Solid foundation. The only thing that I didn't like, I guess, about the whole experience was you had 0 game time as Joel.
Yeah.
And for a $15 1 hour or less DLC, I think it could have been a little longer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Joel too, but I was actually like happy to play more as Ellie because it felt like a separate and unique gaming experience. I didn't feel like I was just playing as mini Joel. Like, Ellie feels like her own character. And like you mentioned, the gameplay mechanic where you can pit the infected against the Fireflies, I thought that was really interesting because it's something you don't see in the main game. But it was one of the most disappointing things for me, like you mentioned before, because you could be waiting there for like a good 5-10 minutes just for that whole bout to like end, just for one of them to kill each other or something like that.
I think maybe they might have kind of left that quirk in there to give you the option to sneak around during the fight instead of waiting for them to finish each other off.
True.
But I mean, I agree that playing through as just Ellie and everything I thought it was really, really well done, but not for $15.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as I go, I feel like I was playing as a mini Joel, like completely opposite of what you were saying, because she has all the capabilities that Joel has. You know, you make the med packs in this certain way. There wasn't anything that was really changed out of it. And I understand it would take longer.
Yeah.
But she also has the ability, like Joel's, like super sensitive hearing. I mean, is that like something that everyone has, or is it like something that is just specific to Joel? It didn't really get it. Like suddenly she can sonar. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like
I played on Survivor. I didn't get sonar.
Yeah, well, of course.
I kind of feel like the hearing was more of not really a superpower, but just like you're listening really hard. I listen real good, kind of thing. So I don't know. I didn't feel that way about that, but I understand what you're saying though. But for me, it's like when I was fighting the hunters and the other humans, like as Joel, I might just run up and box him up, like come at me, bro. But as Ellie, you know, 3 hits and I'm dead. So it really like made me change my play style and caused for a lot of controller snapping anger and deaths. But it was a lot of fun to get a chance to play as Ellie. So last year, we unceremoniously voted The Last of Us as our game of the year. That's why we have this whole panel here to discuss the DLC. So if you guys had to rate this game compared to the actual full game that released last year, what would you have to say about it?
I definitely don't think it detracts from the overall score of the whole game. The only knock that I have for it is I didn't get enough bang for my buck. Other than that, just like the full game, main game, pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. Like, I feel like $15 is a little steep, but maybe that's just me being a cheap college student. But you never know.
They did come out and flat out say this is the only DLC though, so it's not a gamble. Like, you know, I don't want to pay $15 and then have to pay, you know, another $50 later. This is the only extra money you have to put towards this game. Still too much, but at least, you know, there's ups and downs.
Yeah.
I'd give it 9.5.
Yeah. I mean, I would also give it a 9. I feel like it kept the same feel as the original game. It was a lot of fun, and I feel like I got my money's worth. What about you, Robin?
I would, if I had to give it a numerical score, I would still give it about a 9. Mainly because it was a solid add-on. I wanted more, but at the same time, I felt like there should have been more with the comics, you know, really go into the transmedia storytelling, because they've done almost every other genre that there can be done. So, I don't know, I'll just go with a 9.
All right, guys, that's going to make it a 9 out of 10 for The Last of Us Left Behind DLC. That means it's awesome, so you should go play it. Thanks for watching. While you're here, you should check out some of our other videos that should be linked to this video. Check out some of our Let's Plays. Kyle actually did a walkthrough.
We did not a walkthrough, don't put that pressure on me. We did a Let's Play of Left Behind that we're going to put up that is going to have a very glorious montage of all the times we died. So keep an eye out for that coming soon.
And it was on survival mode, so it's worth watching. But anyway, make sure you guys tune in next time. Next week, we're talking about another game. Thanks for watching his display. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you guys next time.
Tell your mom.
Maybe love.
You trying to woo me?
In your dreams. Love it is.
Oh, okay, smile.
Here, closer, closer, closer.
No, no bunny ears.
Okay, something creepy. Dinosaur!
Oh no! Oh, let's make an ugly face.
Okay. Pufferfish, pufferfish.
Okay, let's make a silly face.
Okay. All right, be all sexy. Ooh, so sexy. Oh, it's all done. All right. Huh, these look great.
What's a Facebook? Maybe it prints our faces in a book? Enter username.
What should I write?
Just type some stuff. Write your last name or something.
Okay. And there.
Ooh, cherry. No internet connection.
What does that mean?
Oh, we can just print our pictures.
Oh, give us some pictures.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's actually gonna work.
I know.
Hit retry.
Okay. Oh, come on. Fuck you.
hit it up here. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, what just happened?
I think we broke it.
I think we did too.